Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War chant is going full throat. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Noles will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Pitt Panthers offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for 6.
He's going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Fires and picked off. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Power football with the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this opportunity to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. 3rd down play from the gun. He looks that one in nicely. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it to the right side. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Try to get it to the edge. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 10 to Washington State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's on target and complete. Stopped after making the catch.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Fires to the right. He's got him wide open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
From the gun, the ground game. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Defense not showing press coverage. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And he makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated now.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Pitt will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Slips through the line. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before that.
Yeah, two biggest things are you've got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They want to throw it. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get them in a third down, get the sack, get the football to your offense. That is how you get back in this game really quickly.
Makes a move. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to pass. Quarterback adapting. He fires it out to the right. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you work with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, and made the big play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They feed him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Throwing right. He's got an open man. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they play up top. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Trying to barge in. Into the end
guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Washington State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. He's going to let it go. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Wide out in motion. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Hit right back to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defense. First down play, expect and run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, give me some positive yards.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Pitt! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Toss to the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They could really use a few yards here on 3rd down because from here, it would be a 61-yard attempt. Wants to go up top. Makes his connection. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the 1st down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down, and
Right down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Seminole.
and unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Zings it complete to the right.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll set up to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to take a shot. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on second down. They're going to throw it again. They're trying to get to it. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Fast motion from the offense. They'll use the jet sweep to try to convert here. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And now the lead's extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Washington State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great...
He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Here comes the offense on first down. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's, It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
So that's going to